Hey everyone. Boy, who could have seen Paulo Costa actually beating Nurmagomedov? Took it on the nose on that prediction. Anyways, guys, let's look at the next UFC fight prediction as the company heads back to Abu Dhabi, where Said Nurmagomedov, who, by the way, is no relation to Khabib, faces brand new bantamweight Bryce Mitchell. He's making the move down to 145, but guys, before I get into the fight prediction, you know what I'm going to ask. Please like the video, share it out, subscribe to the channel, and down below you tell me what you think about this fight. Look, the Russian is really very technical. Although, if I have to nitpick, one mistake that he tends to make is he moves straight back rather than going side to side more often. He has an array of kicks he throws from distance and spinning attacks, including a right head kick. He throws a left body kick that's really nasty. And his striking isn't fantastic at distance. His striking is better in close. And in close, he also likes to throw jumping knees a lot. Lots of left hooks, man. But both guys are coming off of losses right now, as am I, to be fair about it. So everyone's going to want to break that streak and come back with a win. Anyways, since Topuria beat Bryce, he's flip-flopped wins and losses. He's gone 2-3 in his last 5. Nurmagomedov has never been finished, and I don't necessarily think that Bryce has the tools to be the first to do so. Said is someone with really slick transitions. He has a good submission game. The reason that Bryce has said that he's coming down to 135 is he feels the guys at 145 were too big for him. Well, that's looking at things honestly and interperspectively, however you pronounce that word. And that's a good thing. Look, I am never going to forgive Bryce Mitchell for the vile things he said. I am no longer a fan, but when it comes to fight predictions, I got to call it down the middle. And just because I don't like you and I hate you, I got to be honest about it. If I think you're going to win, I'll say it. If I think you're going to lose, I'll say it. But he said that he's going to bring a lot of fire to 135, and that because he's trained with Merab back on Long Island at Luongo MMA in the past, he's the one that can be able to beat him. Really? Really, Bryce? You think you aren't going to get melted like everybody else is against Merab? Honestly, I don't think there is a single person right now that can beat Merab. Anybody at 135. That's not saying, a real 145. If Merab goes up, he's not going to get beat. But at 135, no one's touching Merab right now. But look, on the ground, obviously, we all know that Bryce Mitchell is is a beast. He is. That's his. That's his game. That's his modus operandi, is to bring the fight to the ground. Standing wise, still leaves his chin wide open, and again, striking from distance isn't something that Saeed dominates in, but I think he has enough to just pick him apart. And I can see Bryce coming in and trying to pressure him. And remember, look, Cody Stamann tried to pressure Saeed, and Saeed's scrambling ability and the submission game were eventually too much for Cody. And I can see the fight playing out almost the same fashion. I do wish Bryce would cover his chin a little bit more. Having it that exposed, even at 135, there are some guys that can crack down there. Is his ground game better than most at 135? I think so. I think at 135 he will have wins down there, but I also think he's trying to become a weight bully. You know? Saeed doesn't have the knockout, lights out power, but I think the culmination of what's going to happen is going to slow Bryce down. And again, on the ground, Saeed is... Look, those Russians are holy terrors on the mat. And even if Bryce is able to take the fight to the ground, let's say he takes him down, because he does average what? Just over 3 takedowns a fight. Let's say he's able to get him down. Eventually, at least one of them, there's going to be a scramble where Saeed winds up on top. And yeah, everybody is dangerous up on top in mount, but in side control, instead of just accepting that position and riding it out and grinding on Bryce, what Saeed will do is soften up Bryce's body with vicious knees. And that is something he loves to do in side control. And then when it gets back to the feet, Bryce will be that much slower. And I think if Bryce is able to escape the opening round, I really don't see a path that Bryce can get out of the second. And that's where I think the fight finishes. I think the fight finishes in round 2 for Saeed Nurmagomedov. So there's a fight prediction. Hopefully I get back on a winning streak too, even though I am still over 90% success rate. Did take it on the nose at 318 last night. But anyways, guys, do me a favor. Please like this video, share it out, punch that subscribe button, and down below you tell me what you think about this fight. And until the next video, Cyclone saying, peace out, homies.